All right, we're going to jump into some district and club things, and we're going to start with our guest Cindy Denbo, who introduced herself already, but she's going to now tell us about this North Coast Ethics in Business Award thing. All right, Cindy.
All right, thank you, President Maggie. And by the way, just listening to your members and to Rotarian of the Month, Cam, what I'm going to say dovetails really, really nicely with the messages you've been giving out this morning. So perfect, thank you. You're doing great stuff here, I gotta say. And by the way, I gotta thank you and really acknowledge the work you're doing with the visuals, Maggie. This is very good. I really like it. Thank you. We struggle a little in my club with the visuals. So
yeah.
Thank you.
Well, Cindy, I've told the club already, but I'll tell you, there were two things that I worried the most about becoming president. One was making sure I got to meetings on time, and I even moved to Arcata to make that easier. And the other was doing my slideshow every week. And now I feel so stupid that those were the two things I was worried about. And it takes a pandemic to put things into perspective, but I haven't had to go to one meeting this year so far. So, and I've not yet been late. So anyway, be careful what you worry about. It's always ridiculous.
Proving to be so. So thank you, Megan. I thank you for giving me, I'm looking forward to a solid 4 minutes of providing information to your club about the North Coast Ethics in Business Awards, which are a vision of DG Doug Johnson, who formed the District 5130 Business Ethics Committee at the beginning of his year. We have 6 members on the committee, and they represent the clubs of Santa Rosa, Windsor, Sonoma Valley, Petaluma Valley, and Southwest Eureka. The purpose is to recognize extraordinary ethical conduct of businesses and nonprofits in Northern California. So DG Doug developed this effort independently, but as it turns out, Rotary Club of Portland has been doing something similar for 15 years. In Oregon, it has grown into quite a big deal. So this project has good roots, and we're hoping that it has good legs. We're going to be recognizing Northern California businesses and nonprofits through this year's Inaugural Business Awards. These awards are going to honor businesses and organizations that exemplify exceptional ethical business practices in the workplace, in the marketplace, in your communities. There's going to be 4 categories of recognition: large, medium, and small businesses, and a nonprofit organization. And the designation small, medium, and large is dependent on the number of employees that organization has. Award recipients are going to be honored for going beyond expected standards in the ethical conduct of their organizations. And those receiving awards are going to be selected by a blue ribbon committee comprised of North Coast business leaders. So Rotarians and non-Rotarians are invited to nominate Rotarian and non-Rotarian businesses and nonprofit organizations for these awards. Customers, employees, friends, neighbors, any and all who know of organizations that incorporate extraordinary ethical behavior into their professional conduct. And I'm asking you to submit nominations. The awards will be presented at the district conference in Rohnert Park, October 9th this year, at the first North Coast Business Ethics Luncheon. And we're assuming, as I think so many of us are assuming, that this is going to be an in-person event in October. We do have a plan B, and that will be the magic of Zoom. But I think we're all just maybe kind of done with the magic of Zoom. So we are really, really, really hoping for an in-person event in October. The event is also going to feature the award of educational scholarships for the 2022 academic year for high school seniors. So as DG Doug says, we look forward to celebrating the good work that is being done and to offering students who are our future business and community leaders support in reaching their educational goals. So what we're asking you to do is to nominate businesses and nonprofits for this recognition. Encourage, facilitate scholarship nominees to apply. Consider sponsoring the event and the scholarship. This is a good promotional opportunity, by the way. We're going to have a lot of publicity and promotion over the entire district relative to the nominees, to our keynote speaker, to our honorees, and definitely for our sponsors. So we're hoping that your club, knowing that all of our Rotary Club's members include many whose organizations are doing every day. I know organizations represented in your club doing every day the thing that we are honoring. And I know that your Arcata Sunrise Rotarians know of others, Rotarian and non-Rotarian businesses and a nonprofit that are doing the same. So please do take a few minutes and nominate them. Go to North Coast Ethics and Business website, and that is northcoastethics.com, or to the district website, rotary5130.org/ethics. The deadlines for application are July 15th for high school scholarship applications, and July 31st for business and nonprofit nomination. And with President Maggie's permission, I will send her a one-page summary of this information, and you can forward that to your members. Would that be okay, Maggie? Thank you. So I thank you for your time. As you may have noticed when I was reeling off the names of the Rotary clubs that are represented, I'm the only one representing the northern, what I call the northern North Coast sector of the district. So we have so many businesses and nonprofits to nominate and to celebrate. I'm really hoping that we will be well represented in this process. DG Doug says Rotary's core values are closely aligned with the consistent organizational practice of ethics in business. As Rotarians, we want to honor businesses that are doing things right and that embody the Rotarian values of public service, fairness, integrity, and community spirit. And I think Rotarian Cam expressed a number of those beliefs earlier. So thank you. Thank you, President Maggie. If you have time and there's a question, I'd be happy to answer it. If not, I just really appreciate being able to join you. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. We appreciate you being here and for the information. Does anyone have, we could take a couple, one or two questions, nothing philosophical, more factual based.
Thank you, Maggie. Thank you for that, by the way.
We're not going to debate the methods, the merits of ethics in business, but does anyone have any questions for Cindy? I'll get the form that she's the information and I'll send it out to all of you, and you can please think about, we've got some great representatives even in our own club of businesses that could be nominated for this. So thank you for the opportunity, Cindy, and we'll do our best to represent North Coast, the North Coast.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let's see where we are here. And just because I wanted you to know that we are putting the word out, Cindy's club, Southwest Eureka, is having the best of the worst Bratwurst Dinner on March 25th. So this is something that if you are in the mood for that, there's the information, and I'm sure Ed will get this, put this information, but you can just go to their webpage, southwestrotary.org, and you will find all the information you need to do that. And then if you want to do something before that, Arcata Noon is doing their tri-tip dinner. And that you can also find at their webpage, arcatarotary.org. So there are plenty of opportunities to support other Rotary clubs and feed yourself at the same time. Ian, you want to tell us anything? I use this slide just because this is what Ian's fireside chats would look like if they were in person.
That's exactly what they would look like, Maggie. I would be standing back watching everybody do it. No, thanks for the opportunity to.
Oh, you muted yourself accidentally.
If you'll all check your chat right now, I just sent the sign up link for Firesides. They will be March 30th and 31st and April 1st. Dick Johnson caught the cue there and signed up for what could be the fictitiously best meeting on April Fool's Day. We'll see about that. I need your help, Dick. And in prep for the Firesides for members who haven't been with us long enough to know yet, Firesides are when the club gets together as a group with the incoming president and kind of does a opportunity, threats, weakness, strengths, and overall trying to understand what the direction of the club has been and where it's going. So it's a great opportunity to get involved in the planning and idea phase of the club. And if you haven't been participating yet, a great time to just hear how our brains work and hear the rotary gears turning in each of our heads. Quick comment, if I may, Maggie, on what I was doing last weekend. I spent the weekend on Zoom. Yay! Oh, wait. I got to say, Maggie, as our current president and leader, is an amazing Zoom host. Absolutely incredible. We had, I think the highest count I saw were 528 people on the district presidential elect training sessions. And you know, Dustin and Barbara and and Howard and all the AGs were doing their best, but unfortunately Zoom had its way with no breakout rooms. So if you can imagine our chat scrolling with 500 odd comments at once for hours on end, it was a little hard to sort out where the ideas were. So I can say that folks from our district, from all clubs in our district, had pretty amazing things to contribute where I could catch them. So I'm really inspired by our district. I've got some big ideas, for better or worse. I'm going to drag you along with those ideas, and you can hear about it all at Firesides and give me your 2 cents. So thank you.
We're looking forward to it, Ian. It sounds great. And yes, thank you. Thank you for that. More to come from Ian. And do sign up for the Firesides. It's a great opportunity, especially now with us meeting like this, to be in a smaller group and have a chance to have a conversation, I think is something that we're not able to do weekly the same way. So it's a great opportunity. Thank you, Ian. Uh-oh. Well, this is good. This is not the slide I expected, but it's awesome slide. I want to point out I'm over here. Actually, I'm off screen, but who's up here? Who do we have up here, Lori?
We have Vanessa. Would everybody give a round of applause for Vanessa? Oh my goodness. In just 61 days, she got up to 300 miles. That's 4.9 miles every day. Absolutely incredible. Good job, Vanessa. And right on her tail is Romi with only 28 miles to go to get to that 300-mile mark. You two are amazing.
And so as I told you before, Ray's phone stopped tracking his miles, but he also got to 300 early, many, many, many days ago. I don't know, Ray, when did you do that? Anyway, he also got to 300.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Ray and Vanessa.
Good job, all three of you. The 200-mile, there are three of us that have got a little bit of ways to go. We've got Stephanie, myself, and Joyce. We can do it. Come on, we've got, what, 18 days, 19 days? In the 100-mile challenge, Scott is absolutely at the lead at 69 with Maggie, Chris, and Lisa at 63. Melinda, AJ, Rebecca, Sophia, you guys are incredible. Keep going. We're almost done. March 31st is the end.
Great, thank you. My phone and your phone don't match, but that's okay. I think maybe my phone goes out on private walks and it reports it to me, but doesn't report it to you. I don't know what's going on.
Send it to me. We'll count it.
It doesn't, yeah, it's funny though. I just don't understand. And I know that some people, this particular app doesn't work for you. So if we're going to do it again, we might, maybe we do something like any app in the storm, just count your miles and report them in. So thank you, Lori. Thank you, everybody. And if these people would just get out of the way, I'd be able to get closer. But anyway, oops, something is odd here. Let me just, well, this is just to remind us about what could be happening, what will be happening soon when we all get our vaccines and we're able to get out and about. We'll all be there at the Rotary meetings and be able to even have meals together. So I'm looking forward to this. This is just a list of some of the things that are coming up so that you can put them on your calendars. And this is a reminder that we do have a board meeting next week, and I'll send out the link to that. So if people want to attend, you're able to do that. And I got to tell you, something odd happened, and I am in so much trouble because what happened that was so odd was that I had a slide here to introduce our district governor-elect, to have him talk to us a little bit about district governor-elect type stuff and district stuff, and his slide has disappeared. So Dustin, I'm gonna put $25 towards your Paul Harris as an apology. And I would like to have you now present to us if you still accept my invitation without a slide.
You know, if that's the case, yeah, we can do this every week and we can really rack this up. So I'm okay with that, but no, that's okay. That's the world we live in, and these are the kind of things that we deal with actually in person too. I'm not above missing a slide or two in any of my presentations at the Plaza Grill. So, so you know, it's not that different here. Good morning. And just a few things, I guess. This is like for those of you who don't know, this is like the busiest time for the district governor-elect. It's when all of your planning and coordinating and training kind of all culminate into international assembly, pets, district training, and other just random meetings that you got to do to get ready to prepare for your year. So that's kind of the short and sweet of what I've been up to. Just to kind of go through it chronologically, back in February, I went to an international assembly, and by went to, I mean sat in my living room and clicked in, but it was really cool. International assembly, I think I've explained this before, is when all the governors and incoming governors from around the world get together, and around the world means around the world, get together to train in the same room and same place and get to collaborate and meet with each other and have some pretty intense training. It was 11 days and full of breakouts and sessions and speakers and coordinating. And it was really exciting and motivating. We introduced our new Rotary International theme for 2021-22, which is Serve to Change Lives. Shekhar Mehta out of India is going to be our international president. If you're not familiar with him, you can check him out on my Rotary, and he's an amazing guy. He's really, really passionate about service and engagement, and he's one of those people that just has a way of saying things and they resonate well. You know, his phrases and the way he explains his pathway through Rotary is really relatable, and I'm really happy that I get to serve under him as a governor. So check him out and read what he has to say, and we'll be hearing a lot more about him in the year to come. But it was really inspiring, and it was a great experience. So going from IA, the next whopper was pets, and Ian explained a little bit about pets, and unfortunately there was a catastrophic tech breakdown. what happens is when you get over 500 people and pets, there's a different set of permissions that are involved. And unfortunately, the people who are coordinating that, that was just kind of missed, and it didn't work out the way we'd hoped, but that's okay. We still had, good socials, and the Hawaiian social was fun on Saturday night. And I hope Ian had fun at that. And we're doing another president-elect jamboree coming up, where our districts are going to get together and kind of mix up the PEs a little bit. So we'll do that, and hopefully it'll be fun. But I want to give a shout out to Howard, our AG, for being a part of that and putting all kinds of work into it, and being there for pets, and for Ian as well. I know we all know how much work Ian puts into what he does and how thorough he is, and I really want to acknowledge him for that. He is the man, and I'm looking forward to his year. And I want to give another shout out to Lori Breyer, who helped me put together something special for the president-elects, which was the slideshow that went out to all the clubs where they could give words of encouragement to the incoming presidents. I know when she was a lieutenant governor under Wolf during my PE year, she put together a series of plaques for all of us PEs. So when we walked into the hotel room, there's our picture and some cool little stuff about us. And I still have that plaque to this day. And I'd asked her, hey, can you do something similar to that for my PEs? Because that meant so much to me. And she did. She put it together and she got it out. So shout out, Lori. Thank you for that. That was awesome. Yes, sir. The heart is definitely where it's at. So, and then going forward, I just wanted to say a little bit about District Training Assembly, which is coming up on April 16th and April 17th. The night of the 16th is going to be a social with the speaker, John Blount. I don't know if you're all familiar with John Blount. He's a past district governor from our district and a past Rotary International Director. And I've had been fortunate to spend a little bit of time with him lately and get to know him better and chat back and forth. And he's a really great guy, and he's going to be speaking about moving forward into the hybrid world of the future, and what that kind of means to us, pros and cons of that, and how clubs are going to be able to evolve around that. And it's going to be a really engaging speech Friday night. And then we're going to have breakout rooms. And what I mean by breakout rooms is wandering breakout rooms. Zoom has the ability to, if you have the updated Zoom, to go into we'll call it neutral area, where you can see different breakout rooms labeled, and you can pick which one you go in and out of without actually having to be beamed in and out of the room. So it's a really cool feature, and we're going to get that set up for that evening. If we don't have more than, 600 people there, I highly doubt it. But anyway, that's what we're going for, and it should be really, really fun. And then Saturday morning, what we're focusing on is the 4 areas of focus in Rotary, which is increasing our impact, expanding our reach, enhancing participant engagement, and increasing our ability to adapt. Going forward, these 4 areas are really what we're looking to push our Rotary ideals and goals through. So it's really kind of a different approach that training is taking, rather than in the past when we've been focusing on specifically on membership or specifically on grants. This approach is kind of broadens that scope to where you're using these 4 areas to more or less enhance those elements and kind of do them in your own way. And then Vicki Pulitz, she's going to be speaking that morning too, and she's our incoming Rotary International Director for zones 26 and 27. If you haven't seen her speak, she's an amazing speaker, a really engaging woman, and has a lot of great things to say about Rotary. I've been able to have dinner with her when we met in person last year, and was it last year? Maybe it was 2 years ago now in Denver, when we could meet in person, and she's really great. So be there to check that out. And then in the afternoon, we are going to have just individual breakouts, kind of like we've had in the past. Those will have separate Zoom links, so you can actually find out more about grants or more about Rotary's new area of focus, which is the environment, or learn more about membership or public image. So that's what I've been up to, and that's what's coming up in the district. I also have some new additions behind me. I've got a plant up there and a plant over there. They're both alive for now. We'll see in a couple weeks if I remember to water them. Karen's clapping, I see that. And I have a new addition too. You can't really see it, but this is terrifying for intruders because it's sharp and I can throw. But it came in the package that the governors get from the international president, and it's a cube, a crystal cube with a shaker and his wife on one panel, and then me on the other panel. So it's a cool paperweight and little memento. And yes, intruders beware. So that's the addition. Oh, and I added a Howlin' Wolf CD collection. Howlin' Wolf is one of my favorite all-time musicians, and as actually specifically his guitar player, Hubert Sumlin, is one of my guitar idols. So he is in back now for the time being. So that's what's up with me, Maggie. That's my DG minute or so.
Dustin?
Yes, sir.
I want you to know Maggie did find the slide, so you can start talking now.
Oh, I can start. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, where's my mute button? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate it. It's good to hear what's going on, and we're looking forward to your year and Ian's year. It's going to be just awesome, epic, as you would say.
Epic.
It's going to
Yes.
be